Our region has a very diverse history, and a lot of changes have taken place since the days of the early settlers. In St. Paul, one of the first families to settle in the area was the Destrube family. The St. Paul People's Museum has been working hard to restore the original Destrube House and preserve a piece of local history from the early 1900s.
The house was built in 1914. There was 4 Destrube brothers that moved into the Rife area in 1907. And their sister came. They were actually French origin that moved to England. They moved to Canada here. And one of the brothers, Morris, met with one of the Garneau. They had a store here in St. Paul, Limites. He met up with him in Edmonton, and he enticed him to come here to look for a place to settle down. And that's the beginning of the tie between the Destrube family and the St. Paul Limites. The house was already a historical site since 1987, I believe, and vandalism and everything else was happening to it, and it was offered to us. And when we discovered how many ties it had to St. Paul, we had the manpower and we had the means of moving it here and restoring it, so we went ahead with it. The restoration process, anything that was beyond our means, we hired professionals to do it. Like there's 20 logs in this house that had to be replaced because they were just beyond repair. The roof was done by professionals. It's all cedar shingles. The rest was basically volunteers. The windows had to be all redone, so we had some shop teachers in St. Paul that had the means and the equipment to do it, so they were restored to the precise, the same measurements and everything. So the windows are new, but they are exactly like the old ones were. And even the stained glass.
One of the brothers wrote a book pioneering in Alberta, Maurice Destrube's story. It includes sketches of the homestead and proved to be an invaluable guide and reference book for the restoration.
It had sketches of the house before it was built, so they actually had drawings for the carpenters to build it. And even showed the landscaping, how they wanted it done. You know, some of it was changed a little bit, but it's very, very close. And then pictures, actual pictures of the inside of the house when they lived in the house, pictures of the fireplace, pictures of the furniture they had. So it was a big help for us. And I should add that it's a very interesting reading, and it's available in all the libraries in Alberta.
Over a dozen members of the family were on hand for the unveiling of the home, including Pierre, the son of one of the brothers who built the house.
Well, my father and 2 brothers were away in World War I. Uncle Morris stayed behind and got going on the building of the house, as you see it, according to the plans that my father had drawn up. I lived here for the first 13 years of my life, and as a child I had what you see, but it was much more embellished by my father, and it had been expanded a lot by my father. So it wasn't like this original, which Clem restored to absolute incredible authenticity. It's just amazing, just amazing. My father was drew up the plans and they had the inspiration of what he thought would be possible to do with spruce logs in the valley of Bangs Lake, a few miles away from the building site at Rife. They hauled all the logs, as you'll see, is pictures of Uncle Morris's history. They hauled them up on sleighs to the site, and they got some very expert hewers of logs who hand-hewed the logs and put them together with these dovetail joints, which is a pretty complicated joint, but it's a beautiful job they made of it. They were very skilled.
We'll hear more of Pierre's memories from the historical Destrube House when ATR returns.